Okay, y'all, they have started releasing body cam footage from the night that Falen got herself arrested. Let's take a look.
Then you have 50-50. Okay, this is your week. Okay. Is that a settled, like, everything?
Yeah, we're going for full custody right now. That's what all this is about, causing havoc every turn. We had plans for, he was supposed to ride home from a ball game with friends that we have that also played baseball with him. They were supposed to drop him back off here. I was working on the way back from a blood drive in Mena. And my other two kids were at a babysitter's house, and the dad that was supposed to bring them home called and was like, they just took off in the vehicle after, and he done specifically told her that was to come. I think we had a ride figured out for him to come home directly after the ball game. Okay. She took them anyways, and I guess there was an officer here waiting for when she dropped them off at the babysitter, because the babysitter had to leave her house to come here and wait for him to be here. They were going to drop him off at our babysitter's house, and I guess he didn't agree with that, so he was just going to do things on his own account. His mom lived with him, so I got here shortly after. I had requested that he turn the phone over to Stacy while the cop was there to have him turn, and the cop said he couldn't make him turn his phone over. So when I got here, I went in this room, I grabbed his phone, and he stood up and shoved his chair back and everything. He shoved me, pinned me down on the bed, and he started screaming 911 because I guess he was on the phone with them, waiting for all this to go down anyway. So I said, he started screaming 911, and he had me pinned down on the bed, and I was like, get off of me. And that's when my sister-in-law was standing in the door. She's like, stop, you're going to get in trouble. Stop, you're going to get in trouble. And so he had me pinned on the bed, was trying to grab the phone, and I just put my foot and I shoved him off of me. I said, get off.
So they're just fighting over the phone, basically.
Yeah, and so I
grab it from each other.
And I grabbed it, and I walked out of the room. He followed me, or he punched a couple holes in his bedroom wall and followed me down the hallway. Well, before I left today, I locked up everything where I didn't want him getting into. And so I couldn't even get in my own bedroom door or anywhere else because I was locked out of everything. So I just came outside and I just went and sat in my car. My sister-in-law was in there talking to him, trying to calm him down. Well, when I was out here in my car, Stacy, she showed up, started screaming and yelling at me in my yard. I told her to leave. There was no reason for her to be here. And she followed me into my doorway, shoved her chest through my door, and I was yelling at her. I said, get in your fucking car. Go get in your fucking car and leave. And she wouldn't listen. And that's when the cops showed up and started screaming at us, telling us to separate. And, at this point, she's like in the threshold of my door. She's like, I'm not in your house. And I was like, close enough. And so when the call showed up, he made us separate, and that was about. And then when we were standing over here, first Falen showed up. She started screaming, yelling, getting into it with the cop. And then,
how is Falen in this?
Okay, so he's 14. He's got a baby that he had when he was 12. They went on a national television show.
Okay, I don't care about that. Who? Falen? Falen's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is this who you have? Falen's girlfriends.
Yeah, Falen is his girlfriend's mom.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then when her husband showed up, he drove his car over here and he told him, he said, listen here, boy, me and you are about to get tangled up. And and then the cop came over here and started talking to him. He pulled off, turned his truck around, and then that's by the time they had her pinned on the ground for getting into it with the cop. And
okay, I got it on camera if you want to watch it.
We do too.
It's
But I don't appreciate you pouring a threat like that. So now I gotta wash my back and stuff. And everything like that.
What y'all are going to have to do is go down to the PA's office, take the report.